things first, we're gonna be talking about underwater action cam housings. The first one we all know about, it's the GoPro 5, it's a scuba suit. Then we also have the Shoot Dome. We have the Shoot with the light and the red filter. And then also we're gonna be reviewing the Osmo Pocket 2 underwater housing case as well. So we're gonna go over the positives, the negatives, goods, the bads, the uglies. So this thing has been tried and tested, and overall it's just a really good buy. $250 as of 2021, that would be your whole setup. It has interchangeable lenses as well. So this one is gonna be the hardest to get those half in and half out shots. This is a really good option for those of you just traveling, want something small and compact. Something I would highly recommend is putting a camera on anything you're doing underwater. If you're just getting started, I would say definitely check out the GoPro 5. This is gonna give you entry level into the water. Footage with this one is pretty, run of the mill. It's gonna be the same with all three of these GoPros underwater cameras. We got the scuba suit. Then the next one in line is most people, once they get started, they wanna do something like this. They want a dome. They want that half water, half out of water shot. This also has a hood around it so you can kind of block that sunlight as it's coming in. The cool thing about this one is you can change the filters. So there's a red lens, there is a regular lens, and a magnifying lens when you're underwater. That way you can change the filters as you're going. You want to get a little bit closer to something without actually shoving this in its face. That actually makes it a really good option. So the good thing about this is it's fully functional. You can function everything you can on here with this. So you have your on-off button, just like you do your scuba suit, and then your trigger down here for taking pictures is your trigger up here. So when Shoot actually made this, they made all of the features that any scuba diver would think of or think to do to make it a fully functional housing underwater. So that being said, this is screwed in, so you can take this off and replace it if this does get damaged. If you do take that off, however, though, you're gonna wanna re-water test it just to make sure it's watertight before throwing your GoPro in there, just in case, right? I threw a little GoPro floaty on the back. That way, if I do lose it, because I don't have a leash on it, there is some type of indicator to give me, maybe it's over there, that type of thing. Otherwise, when they float, blend in with the rest of the water. So you may want something that you can cover up as you're scuba diving. Maybe you aren't attracting the fish. However, you may want it on there to be able to attract the fish to wherever you are as well. So to the next one. So this probably is my favorite underwater GoPro housing as of right now, just because you can still get the half and half shots because it is backed off a little bit. It does give you a little bit of a line on there. It is a lot harder than the previous one. The filter is just a quick on off for the red filter. Makes it super simple. There is a light on there as well if you want to turn that on, and it goes through all these different modes. It even has that SOS if you want to get somebody's attention. This is actually super good. You can set it down on itself so it's not on the lens or on the back or anything. This makes it super good. Comes with its own case, cover that lens up really good. Super lightweight, neoprene as well with its own carrying strap. And of course, this one does have all the features as the last one except for the light. So the light has its own, this has its own as well. So just keep that in mind when you are using something like this. You don't even have to carry the light with you. All you have to do with this one is make sure the light is charged. Moving on, you guys are using a DJI. You're vlogging, getting around. You don't want to carry extra cameras. The DJI Ulanzi has a 360-degree field of view, and when you turn it on, you can actually get some really cool footage. You just want to make sure you have a light on. So this is definitely the best one for the DJI. You can flip it up. DJI's has its own problems, but this is actually really cool. Makes it really cool, fun to play around with. That light as well, you're gonna want to make sure you have an underwater light to get the best footage. You can still record both ways. This is definitely an action cam. However, this could have some improvements as well, having different buttons on, off. I should be able to power on and off just like all the GoPro features. I can turn it on, I can turn it off. I can use every function of the GoPro right here with these other underwater housing, kind of in progression as to what you might buy. So footage with the GoPro is gonna be basically the same on all three of these underwater. This one's gonna be the overall best winner just because it has the light built into it and the filters are super simple to play around with. This is gonna be the next best thing if you are running an action cam. This footage underwater is gonna be really close to the GoPro. If you do have a new Ulanzi and you wanna go shooting underwater, you don't have to migrate to a GoPro. You can keep with the Ulanzi and keep running. Underwater footage is gonna be best in this one. I would say this is a must instead of a bust. I actually busted the other one because I was so sick of it. And I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on. It's either gonna be a must or a bust. So from now on, this one is our first must or bust. I busted the DJI. Honestly, DJI really needs to go back to the drawing board on their original underwater housing for their DJIs. Works a ton better. If you guys know anybody at DJI R&D, please send this video to them. Let them know that there are avid scuba divers scuba divers that would love to test out more products for them and give them insight and feedback. That way they're getting the best product out to the market. Those musts or busts. I think that's just gonna be my thing from now on. Honestly, the reality of all of this is why I started this channel is so you guys didn't have to buy all these products. You could see what I like and what I don't like and the features of them all. And we can kind of run from it from there. You guys could save your money. I love testing stuff out like this. I'm an avid scuba diver, so I love to get in the water and try things out like this. Give me your comments in the comment box below. I'd love to find out, you know, what you guys think I should do. Also, if you guys like this video, make sure you like and subscribe for the next upcoming videos. I will be shooting more and more often. I'm trying to get more videos out to the public.